Welcome, NOSSCAR fans. It is MotorMaster Monday, and the main event of the evening, round 12 of the 2019 NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series season on NASCAR Heat 3. It's the Pocono 200 from Pocono International Raceway. We have 25 drivers getting set for the qualifying. It's a big track, tricky triangle. There is no turn 4 at Pocono. Three corners that are very different, very unique from one another. In fact, all three corners designed from other famous corners from other oval tracks found all over the USA. And if you joined us earlier tonight, you saw the beginning of stage 1 in our broadcast for the Charlotte race. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, we were unable to bring you the full broadcast for that one. Definitely go to NOSSCAR.com/MotorMaster Series to view the full results for it. We had a first-time winner. We have a lot of talent here in the NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series. Info has a win. Nick Don Francesco has 3 wins. Jade Burr has a win. Dakota Bro has a win. Anthony Trippi has a win. Angelo has 2 wins. And then there is a large amount of drivers just as fast and equally as talented as those race winners, still winless this season. That includes Keith Ayers, Stephen Corley, Jason Armstrong, BJ Thomas, Kenny Adair, and more. And it's still early in the 2019 season. A lot of time for these drivers to make a run for a playoff spot. It's a very unique playoff format. Again, we're driving the Xfinity cars, but there are 16 drivers who make the playoffs for the NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series season. 10 race playoff system with 4 drivers being eliminated every 3 races. So basically the Cup Series playoff format being used here for the Xfinity cars in the world of NOSSCAR, hosted on NASCAR Heat 3. Moments away from bringing you live coverage of the Pocono 200. It is the main event of the evening. Just got the invitation. On the pole, Scorpion. He won the pole earlier tonight at Charlotte. He's on a roll. First and second career NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series pole awards. It's a 50-lap event here at Pocono. And we're on our way. Live from Pocono Raceway on NASCAR Heat 3. Again, the 50 laps, though, is divided into stages. The top 5 in Stage 1 and Stage 2 receive the stage points, and the 2 stage winners receive a playoff point. What turn 4? Here we go. The green flag has been shown to these drivers. They're going through turn 2 now, and Michael Birch is out front. Comfortable lead as well. I'd say it's grown to about 12 car lengths, maybe 10. It's hard to judge. Whoa, and we got a big wreck heading into turn 1. Jeff Grady in the 51 was involved. It's Curtis Fields in the 55. Trey Hollywood in the 89. Info in the 88. Jason Armstrong in the 78. All got a piece of it. And meanwhile, back up front, you're looking at Jade Burr. He's running in the 3rd position right behind Angelo. Angelo right behind the race leader, Michael Birch. The top 3 all have wins this season. Spoiler alert, Michael Birch was the winner of the race earlier tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway, winning the first race of the evening. Now he's got the lead and running away with this thing, but for how long? Jade Burr makes a nice pass on the bottom in turn 1. Makes a move on Angelo. Now goes way down to the white line to avoid any side draft, and it didn't matter anyways. Angelo was able to power back from the outside groove in turn 1. Retake the 2nd spot. Bit further behind them, it looked like Keith Ayers in the 16 bounced off the wall. He's still with these guys. He's running in the 7th position. Oh, it looks like Trey Hollywood got up and out of the groove coming out of turn 3. Got into the wall there. There's Angelo. Started his MotorMaster Series 2019 season only 5 races ago. He's got 5 races under his belt so far, and 2 of them being wins. So now he just needs to race and participate in the minimum amount of races required during the regular season. He's locked into the playoffs. He could start and park every race until the playoffs begin and be eligible if he truly wanted. However, that is not a good way to build up playoff points and get yourself set up for when the playoffs begin. Don't look now, but Stephen Corley in the 5 is slowly getting closer to the top 3. Keith Ayers has put some distance in between himself and Trey Hollywood. There they are in 5th and 6th position. There's Pillsbury in the 74 making his return to NOSSCAR action. He's running in the 7th position. He's got Nathan O'Hara right behind him in the 61 Ford Mustang. Good run by Pillsbury. Here is the battle for the race lead. Angelo has found the back bumper of Michael Birch. Jade Burr has lost touch with the 2 leaders. He now sits in the 3rd position, about 15 car lengths back from the 2 battling for the lead. Down the front stretch now, such a wide racetrack. You could fit up to 8 cars, 10 cars, 12 cars maybe, 12 wide down that straightaway. Don't recommend it, but this track is massive. Oh, and Angelo went a little bit hot and heavy into turn 1, got out of his groove. He lost a bit of time there to Michael Birch. May not have the draft as much as he did before. BJ Thomas just made a pass on Nathan O'Hara for the 8th position. Just in front of them, Trey Hollywood. Well, there's Jade Bird, the number 28 Ford Mustang. Drove the 01 Chevy Camaro for the first race of the season, first two races rather. Since then, he has signed a full-time contract to drive the number 28 Ford Mustang. He's been doing well ever since, and he did well in the 01 Chevy as well. In fact, he won the Daytona 300 race to begin the 2019 MotorMaster season. So he's been locked into the playoffs since the get-go. We got to get you back up front, though. We know there's a battle for the lead. Angelo has once again run down Michael Birch. Evidently, he did maybe have a bit of his draft, or perhaps Angelo just has the car to beat here today at Pocono. We'll have to find out. We're still here in stage one. Two drivers started the event. We had 26 drivers in the race earlier tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Yeah, Angelo's there. He's trying to run a different line than Michael Birch. He sees that Michael wants to hug the yellow line through these turns, and Angelo can't seem to find the speed up top to make the pass. And it's getting down to crunch time a little bit here in the stage anyways. If Angelo wants the stage win, he's going to have to find a way to get the bottom away from Michael Birch. Yeah, the more playoff points that these drivers can accumulate, the better. So they'll have more points to begin each round in the playoffs and better chances of staying in and not being eliminated. That means stage wins. That means top three finishes at the end of the races. That means wins. Race wins as well. Angelo looking low on the 38. They're coming to the line. Michael Birch leads this lap. Oh, heading into turn one. Angelo looking again. Chose to tuck back in line. Man, did you see Angelo wheeling it down that front stretch? Pardon me. Oh, Angelo scuffed the wall there coming out of turn two. Trey Hollywood still inside the top 10. There's battle for position. B.J. Thomas in the 99, Pillsbury in the 74. Oh, Pillsbury went up the hill. He's into the wall in turn one. Coming out of turn one now, he's going to have Trey Hollywood looking to the inside. Trey's going to clear him before they even get to turn two. There's Stephen Corley running in the fourth position, having a solid day in the number 5. Battle back for a top 10 earlier tonight at Charlotte. Qualified well and got off to a rough start, but recovered to a 10th place finish. And This concludes stage number 1. Stage winner, Michael Birch. Also your pole winner. There he is. Michael Birch in first, Angelo in second, Jay Burr third, Stephen Corley in fourth. We know that. Now these drivers lined up 2 by 2 for the beginning of stage 2. Green flag back in the air. Stage 2 of the Pocono 200. Oh man, here they go, funneling into turn 1. Oh, Michael forced his way down to the inside, and Angelo had to lift. And Angelo got out of shape because of that. Michael got way too aggressive on the restart of stage 2. Now your race leader is Kenny Adair in the 36 machine. Kenny trying to hold off Michael. They're heading into turn 3. See, once you get up to the outside there, you're in a bit of trouble. 3 wide for the race lead. Oh, and Stephen Corley splits them both through the middle, and they're wrecking on the front stretch. B.J. Thomas, Pillsbury in the 74, among others. Well, they actually sorted it out a whole lot faster than I thought they were going to. But now the field is very spread out. Stephen Corley is running away with the race lead. He's got Michael Birch right behind him. It's the 5 and the 38. And the 36 has lost some ground to these guys. He's still running in the 3rd position. Still losing ground. Had to have been some pit strategy involved. Kenny Adair looks a little bit off the pace. In fact, he's coming to pit road. Stays out, leads a lap. And he'll more than likely stay on the lead lap, this course being a big track. Race leader put Michael Birch back out front. It was a nice move to get the lead by Stephen Corley, and he's done a great job since the drop of the green flag, but man, Michael Birch made that pass look easy. But now, just as I say that, Stephen Corley is right there with him still and gaining ground as they exit turn 3. Cars left on the racetrack. 22 drivers started the event, so a few drivers have pulled off with damage. A couple of on-track incidents. How about that? B.J. Thomas in the 99 machine up to the 3rd position, and he's got info right behind him. It's a battle for 3rd and 4th, and the battle for the lead is heating up as well. Stephen Corley back out front. He'll lead this lap. He's got 2 car lengths in between himself and Michael Birch. They're heading towards turn 1. Took the exact same line all the way through turn 1. And a battle for third. They're side by side. Info looking for it. Heading into turn 2, and that's not really a corner in particular you want to be side by side in. So BJ let him go, and I didn't see what happened to Michael Birch, but he's slow down towards the inside. He loses second to Info, and he might lose third to BJ Thomas, oh, maybe not. Wow, and this gives the lead to Stephen Corley. Stephen looking for his first career NASCAR MotorMaster Series win. And we saw a first-time MotorMaster winner earlier tonight. Charlotte Motor Speedway, Michael Birch in the 38. Is it Stephen Corley's turn? Oh, there's Angelo mired in traffic. Trying to fight his way back forward. He's got a few drivers in front of him. Patrick Hazlitt and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. He's got Jason Armstrong coming up behind him now. Cars are making pit stops. There's Kenny Adair in the 36. He might have made a second pit stop just now, really not too sure. Side by side for the race lead, teammates. Info takes it, but Michael Birch is on his way back to the front. Man, Birch might have the quickest car. The 38 might be the fastest car on the racetrack, and it's really a high-speed chess match to see if any of these guys have anything for them. So it's Info, Stephen Corley, Michael Birch, BJ Thomas, the top 4. Second place changing hands now. The 38's out front. Takes the second spot. He's got about 7 car lengths in between himself and the race leader. Man, this is good action, and now the leaders are coming up on a bit of lap traffic. You're watching round 12 of the 2019 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season, hosted on NASCAR Heat 3 on the PlayStation 4 console. To catch all the action all season long, hit the subscribe button above. And definitely check out the NASCAR MotorMaster Series page on the website at NASCAR.com/MotorMaster Series. BJ Thomas has settled into 4th, kind of just roaming around on his own. And Info in the 88 has taken over the race lead. It's a familiar sight, really, to find the 88 Chevy Camaro out front and leading the race. Has a win this season, but he arguably should have a couple. He's got 3 wins in the Truck Series as well. Oh, and deeper in the field. Ah, okay, it was the end of the stage, and that's a good thing, because, oh man, it looked like somebody had a connection issue and made hard contact with the outside wall. Thankfully, that's not the case. Stage 2 winner, Info. Give it up for the 88 team. Michael Birch in 2nd. Looks like BJ Thomas 3rd, I think, and then Stephen Corley in 4th. We'll have to double check that. Now these drivers have one last chance to make a pit stop under caution. So any damage that they have, definitely these pit crews will be spending the time to repair these cars right here and now. So it's Info, Michael Birch, Nathan O'Hara, and Stephen Corley, the front four. Green flag back in the air, final stage of the Pocono 200. Oh, they're fanning out already. They were 3 wide for a moment heading into turn 1. They were nearly 3 wide for the lead. Oh, and Info in the 88 car got the apron. He had to really check up, and he did a great job at not wrecking the whole field, but Jade Burr found him and bumped him and paid the price for being nice. Oh, that's a shame. There's Jade Burr. Don't see any damage on the left side of the 28. But a whole lot of damage to the front end of the 88. Oh, and contact between Trey Hollywood and a few others. There's actually 289 cars. That's not good. Oh, and they're dicing it up front there. Oh, and the 55 got a hard hit there into the outside wall. Man, that was vicious looking. Up front, it's Michael Birch, BJ Thomas in second, trying to run him down. They're battling for position here. Kenny Adair, Pillsbury in the 74, Jade Burr in the 28. It is a battle for position. There's what the battle for the lead looks like. It's Michael Birch, BJ Thomas, Keith Ayers, and Jeff Grady in the 51 up into the 4th position, having a good run here in the final stage of the Pocono 200. This is the time when you want to be towards the front. Comes BJ Thomas is there. We got a battle for the race lead. So Michael Birch trying to make it 2 wins in a row, back to back here tonight. But BJ Thomas is thinking otherwise. He's looking to the inside. BJ Thomas looking for his first career NASCAR MotorMaster Series win. And this would lock him into the playoffs if he could pull it off. Here they go through turn 2. Remember, it's the corner I mentioned you don't really want to be side by side in. They made it work. Michael Birch retakes the lead. He's back in front of the 99, and Keith Ayers is catching both of them, and he's looking for his first career win. I believe Jeff Grady is still in the 4th position. He's lost some ground to the top 3. Still side by side. They thought about going side by side through 2. BJ Thomas was thinking about the Earnhardt crossover move. Couldn't quite pull it off. Didn't have the momentum he was looking for to give the attempt. And now they're single file for the most part through 3. Down the front stretch, this is where BJ might be able to use the draft and get a good run. Slingshot around Michael Birch. There's a lapped car in front of these guys. Dave Marks Jr. in the 1. I think BJ thought better of it, and instead of passing right now, maybe clear the traffic first and then take a run at it. And here's the thing. If you're BJ Thomas in the 99, you got to be a little bit careful, because Keith Ayers is catching both you and the race leader. Wow, and now Keith is right there. He's in the draft. Looked like BJ had to really check up behind Dave Marks Jr. That's allowing Michael Birch to get away. It looked like Dave was blocking. They made it through turn 2 clean. That was close. Man, that was close racing. Dave Marks Jr. did not make it easy on BJ Thomas and Keith Ayers. Now at this point, I think that Thomas and Ayers both need to work together if they're going to catch your race leader before the end of this thing. Battle for position, Jason Armstrong looking at the inside of Pillsbury. Actually, I think Armstrong might have lost control exiting turn 1 back there. And there's Stephen Corley. And that's a tough break for him. He was up there mixing it up, and he led some laps. Definitely proved he had one of the faster cars out there. And yeah, it's a tough deal. Got caught up in an incident. All sorts of front end damage, that number 5 Camaro. There's Joshua Colm Diaz in the 90. Haven't spoken much about him in this race, but there he is, soldiering on. He's in the top 10. Having a good day. Green flag pit stops are beginning. Nathan O'Hara in the 61 Ford Mustang on pit road. And there's a few others as well. Get back towards the front to keep an eye on your race leaders. BJ Thomas has caught Michael Birch. He takes the race lead, and Keith Ayres right behind him in third. Side by side for the lead again, heading into turn 2. When Keith went through the grass, I think. Oh, maybe not. Now he's looking to the inside of Thomas. Ayres going to pit road. Thomas going to pit road. Birch going to pit road. The top 3 all on pit road. And some connection issues here. These drivers all pitting at the same time. And it looks like BJ Thomas is going to get the short end of the stick. He's going to lose some time here on pit road because of that. There's a few cars staying out on the racetrack to claim some track time, or track position rather. But I don't think that they're going to be able to stretch it enough to the point where they're going to be able to take no tires or 2 tires. I think that this is a, I think this is a 2 pit stop final stage here at Pocono Raceway. And while I thought BJ Thomas was going to lose time, he comes out in front of the drivers he was racing with, that being Keith Ayres and Michael Birch. I was about to say they're going down the backstretch now, but I guess there's 2 backstretches. We're at the Tricky Triangle, round 12. The NASCAR MotorMaster Series season, hosted here on NASCAR Heat 3. On the PlayStation 4 console. And problems for Keith Ayres. It looked like BJ Thomas got out of control right in front of him. I'm not even too sure what happened there, and Keith lost all sorts of track time to the leaders. Now Pillsbury goes by Keith, and that is for position. There's BJ Thomas, and I'm not sure exactly why he checked up. It was either a connection issue or BJ Thomas hit the apron, causing him to have to check up. It's a mystery. He's doing it again. I'm not sure what's going on. BJ Thomas might have taken 2 tires only, and he might be paying the price for it. That's Joshua Colm Diaz in the 90 trying to get by. BJ Thomas might be trying to conserve some fuel. It's possible. trying to get the running order set for you here. We know that B.J. Thomas is the race leader. Pillsbury in the 74 is in second. Keith Ayers in the 16 is in third. The only car in this lead group that's not on the lead lap battling for position is Joshua Colm Diaz in the 90. He has scored the first car one lap down here in the final stage. I think that BJ's saving fuel. That's really what I think it is. But if so, he might be giving up the lead to Pillsbury. Hard into the wall. B.J. Thomas, Keith Ayers followed him, and now B.J. losing a spot to Keith. Here's Jeff Grady in the 51. He was up there in the top 5 earlier in this final stage. Still in the top 10. He's got some damage to the right front of that car, just trying to bring it home. Getting a report that Pillsbury is not on the lead lap in that 74 car. Your race leader is Keith Ayers in the 16. He's looking for his first career NASCAR MotorMaster Series win. It's been an elusive first win. He's come so close so many times. Seated 4th in the point standings, but without a win. He'd love to change that here at Pocono. Comes at a turn 3. Looks like he's just conserving his fuel and his tires at this time. Taking a nice approach to turn 1. Arcing it down to the bottom. Swinging up high for the exit. That's what you want to do. off for position here. Nathan O'Hara in the 61. Dave Marks Jr. in the 1. Now the Pocono 200 is in the history books and we're awaiting the results. We're having scoring issues here. Getting word that it was Michael Birch in the 38 machine, making it 2 wins in a row tonight. A bold statement. He wins the 2019 Pocono 200 here for the NASCAR MotorMaster Series. Until next time, stay fast, folks.